Greetings, my scattered sisters and brothers in the Lord. Trust you know the Lord is with you wherever you find yourself scattered today, and that you know that his presence with you is more than enough for whatever you might face today. Our psalm today is Psalm 131. It's another one of the songs of ascent, Psalm 131. O Lord, my heart is not lifted up, my eyes are not raised too high. I do not occupy myself with things too great and too marvelous for me, but I have calmed and quieted my soul like a weaned child with its mother. Like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, hope in the Lord from this time forth and forevermore. That's a short one. Listen to it one more time. O Lord, my heart is not lifted up, my eyes are not raised too high. I do not occupy myself with things too great and too marvelous for me, but I have calmed and quieted my soul like a weaned child with its mother. Like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, hope in the Lord from this time forth and forevermore. The way I think about this psalm really takes me back to when Rebecca, our oldest, was only about a year and a half, maybe 2 years old. And being a new dad, I wanted her to take a nap so that I could get things done. Vonda had already gone back to work, and so I was taking care of Rebecca, and I had things I needed to get done, and it was her nap time, and so I wanted her to take a nap. And what I learned was that I could not make her take a nap. I could lay down with her, I could hold her, but her mind was active and she had a will of her own, and I could not force her to take a nap. That all I could do was hold her, and she would decide when she was going to take a nap. She would decide when she would quiet herself, when she was going to calm herself, when she was actually going to rest. Couldn't force her into that, couldn't make her do that. That was her call. I would hold her, but she would squirm. And it was her decision when she would finally kind of let go and decide that she was going to rest and take a nap. I really think that that's what this psalm is about. That we have to come to the place with God where we recognize that there are some things that we will never figure out, some things that we'll never fully understand, some things that we just won't get our minds around. It might be things like the problem of evil, it might be scientific questions about creation, it might be why this happened in my life or why that didn't happen in my life. But there will be things that we can wrestle with and turn over in our minds time and time again. And God will let us do that. And at one level, there's nothing wrong with an inquiring mind and trying to search things out and figure things out. But ultimately, we have to come to the place where we recognize, there are some things that are just too great for me to actually figure out. And I'm just going to have to trust. I'm just going to have to rest in God and quiet my soul and have peace that God has me and that God has everything that I can't get figured out. See, I think that's what's going on in this psalm. My eyes are not haughty, my eyes aren't lifted up. I'm not assuming that I'm going to figure everything out and get my mind around everything that has happened or hasn't happened. And I'm going to quiet myself and just trust in God and put my hope in God. See, God will not force us to trust him. God won't throw us out of his lap. God will let us squirm and turn things over and be restless. God won't force rest upon us, but neither will God kind of throw us out of his lap. He'll gently hold us and allow us to squirm until finally, like a weaned child, like a young child, we decide to quiet ourselves and to trust in him. So I don't know where you might be scattered today. I don't know what things you might be turning over in your mind again and again and again. I don't know what you might be restless with. I don't know what things are too great for you or me to understand. And we just kind of have to say, okay, Lord, I'm trusting this to you. I may never get it figured out. But the good news is the Lord will hold us gently so that we can squirm and we can wrestle and we can try to figure things out. But ultimately, we have to come to the point, just like the psalmist, where, okay, Lord, I'm going to quiet myself and I'm going to trust you. That my hope is in you. It's not in my ability to get everything all figured out. So, wherever you find yourself scattered today, if you want to keep wrestling with stuff, go for it. But realize some things we'll just never figure out. But the good news is we can put our hope, our trust in the Lord. He won't throw us out of his lap while we squirm. He'll just hold us till we come to that place where we quiet ourselves and rest in him and place our hope and trust in him. So God bless. Have a great day. Squirm if you will, but know that our hope is in the Lord. And he'll hold us till we come to that place where we quiet ourselves and trust in him.